If you ask someone what they first think when you mention board games, they will almost definitely say Monopoly. But how did it start? In 1935, the toy manufacturer Parker Brothers bought the rights to the game from a salesman called Charles Darrow. He became a millionaire for his creation, and the financial problems that Parker Brothers had were solved. The American dream was alive and well, except the idea Charles had for Monopoly wasn't actually his. To understand the game's history, we have to go back to 1902, when the artist Elizabeth Maggie developed the Landlord's Game. Reflecting her progressive political views, the game had a strong anti-capitalist stance. It had two sets of rules, labelled anti-monopolist and monopolist. Her idea was that the rules would show what was morally right and wrong for society. Elizabeth's game had a square board with 9 rectangular spaces on each side, set between corners labelled Go to Jail and Public Park. Players went around the board collecting money and paying rent. Sounds familiar, right? After patenting her game in 1904, its success spread quickly across the eastern coast of America, although Elizabeth began to lose control of her game. The homemade versions being created made the game popular for its monopolist set of rules. This is how Charles Darrow came across the Landlord's Game. Renaming the game as Monopoly and abandoning the anti-monopolist rules, Darrow sold his adapted version to the Parker Brothers. Elizabeth's ideas were pushed aside, creating a game where the aim is to bankrupt other players despite its anti-capitalist origin. To silence her protest against this, she received a grand total of $500 from Parker Brothers, despite her idea later becoming the iconic game we know today.